Just when you think you've seen it all with 97, he comes out of the gates with this kind of start this year. Leads the league in goals with 6. He's 5th. Slouch in assists. Leads the league in points. 11 power play goals. 3 power play points. 6. I saw on social media today, speculation. What do you think about 50 in 50 for this guy this year? Ahead of the pace right now. I think he's 50 in 35 or 36 games. Obviously, that'll come back down to earth here. But 50 and 50, is it possible for a guy like 97 this year, do you think?
I do. I think anything's possible for Connor McDavid if you know this guy.
Yeah.
But
it seems like he's just made it a point to score more. Like it just seen in the first couple of games that we've seen.
He is a robot. His entire life is around getting better as a hockey player. And when you get guys like that,
stinks for opposing goalies.
Yeah, they generally end up with Stanley Cups on their resume, and that's going to happen for this guy. It's just a matter of time, Reader. I know people are impatient with that, but the things that he's doing are so out of this world. I mean, crazy stats. If you're not watching NHL now, before we come on for NHL Tonight, please do. They were talking about his last 18 games. Stupid numbers. Oh, here it is, right here. Last 18 games. Ask and we shall receive.
47 points.
47 points. Think about that. In his last 18 games, Reader. Could this guy actually forget 150 points, could he actually get 200 points? Could he be the 3rd player in NHL history to score 200 points? Did Mario get to 200?
Yeah, multiple times.
Yeah, okay. Wayne,
yeah.
Mario?
Mario did 199.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he crested that 200 level.
Did.
But he averaged enough to get over it.
Yeah.
He did that in his return from cancer, for gosh.
Yeah, I've said for years that if someone's going to do it, it'd be this guy. I mean, I've seen him play since he was 14 years old. And at 14 years old, he dominated his peers. So he's been in the league for how many years now? Well, guess what? He is in the middle of his peers. And he's playing... and he's playing at the top of his game, but he is motivated.
He's building, though, because those guys got to 200 a lot quicker than him. But I'll tell you one stat that'll blow your mind, because I know this will resonate with you. He's averaging more points in the NHL than he did his last year in junior.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Everybody digest that at home, okay?
And again, that's
playing with kids that were younger than him.
That's again with your peers. So now he's in that point where I think it started last year when everybody said, he's not going to get 100.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, when people started talking on every talk show, on air, and even on, is he going to get 100? Oh, it's going to be tough. He's not going to do it. And he's like, I'll show you. And now it's like, well, he hasn't won a Rocket. He's won a Hart. He's won the Art Ross. Individual awards. He hasn't won a Rocket. Well, I'll show you. I'll win a Rocket. Not only will I win a Rocket, but now that he's talking about it. He's worked on his shot in the offseason, and everybody goes back to Crosby working on faceoffs when he wasn't that good earlier in his career. Well, great players work on what they feel that they need to improve on. Well, Connor McDavid feels he needs to improve on scoring goals. I think he's doing a pretty good job of showing us that he can score more. And if he really wants to, which he's showing everybody, I want to be the 200-point guy, because that's the next question. We did 100 last year.
He doesn't want to be the 200-point guy. He wants to be the Stanley Cup winning guy.
I agree with you.
He just thinks that that's the way to get there.
Right, to get to that point, he's got to play. He's going to have to play at that level. I mean, they're still top-heavy on the Edmonton Oilers. And their power play's clicking at, are they just over 50%?
Yeah. They're at 50%.
At 50%?
7 for 14.
You cannot take a penalty.
Bad.
No. You cannot take a penalty against the Edmonton Oilers.
He's dynamic. And he is so good. I mean, he's so quick. He's so fast. And if his shot gets stronger and more accurate, which he's showing it is, it's just going to be that much more dangerous. And scoring goals is fun. Who doesn't like to score goals? So I think it's going to be a great season to watch. Knock on wood, he stays healthy, because that's the key to the success. And I think he plays in Edmonton where Gretzky played. Gretzky had 50 and 37. Do you think he might like to try that? Of course he wants those individuals. That's what great players do. And if he's doing that, guess where Edmonton is? They are top of the league if he is doing that. If he's scoring 200 points and getting 50 and 37, there's a trickle-down effect.
Yeah.
Everybody else is going to be that much better. They're going to put points up. They're going to be winning games, and they're going to be pushing for Stanley Cup.
And you can see that right now. I mean, with the start that he's had, this team is first in the Pacific 4-0-0.
Yeah, they've shocked a lot of people.
Welcome back. Taking a look at the 3 stars of the week. We got a couple of Connors and an Ilya here. We'll start with Kyle Connor. The first start, what a week he had. 8 points in 3 games, 5 goals, 3 helpers. The next one, no surprise. Connor McDavid, blazing start. Also 8 points in 3 games, 3 goals, 5 assists. And how about the netminder for the Islanders? Back-to-back shutouts Look at the record, 3-0-1, a goals against average under 1. We focus in on Connor McDavid and his points per game per season. Look at these. I mean, this guy's averaging 2.6 points per game right now on an absolute tear. Currently on pace for 213 points. So that has us thinking. Let's do a little percentages here, how confident you are. Bruce, I'll start the bidding off. Will Connor McDavid finish with a 100-point season?
I think, first of all,
yes.
This is based on him not getting hurt.
Right, yes.
Okay. And 100%, I'd go to Vegas tomorrow, put everything on it that he's getting 100.
Mortgage the house that he's hitting the century mark.
I'm right there with you, right behind you, putting the bet on there, 100%.
Get that by Thanksgiving.
I mean, he had over 100 last year in a 52-game slate, so why wouldn't 82 be any different? All right, let's up the ante. Speaking of Vegas, how about 125 points? How confident are you?
I think I thought I said 80% is my guess that he's gonna get that. But that's 25? To me, that's around where he's going to end.
I'm going to say 90%. I think no matter what you do as a team, defensive, you know that he's going to beat you somehow. So they might take the shot away, he's going to pass it. You take the pass away, he's going to shoot it in. So and the speed, you can't handle the speed. And there's no defenseman that can skate backwards as fast as he can skate forward. So they're screwed.
All right, I like that. That's pretty brutally honest. The percentage is pretty high. Let's up the ante again. 150 points.
I said 50%. I think. I mean,
that's a steep drop.
Well, it is, but and there's not. I don't know if anybody's gotten that since Gretzky, 150 points, or Lemieux. You know, so I mean,
let me see if this changes your mind. He has 151 points in his last 82 regular season games.
Well, then he better get 2 in his last game to get that right. So there's a 50% chance of him getting.
All right, I was just seeing if we could up the percentages. So Bruce is at 50. What do you think for 150?
I got 40% that he'll get it. He'll get 150.
Wow, that's confident in Bruce there. Okay.
Well, you know what? It's going to happen after 40 games. The defense is going to start taking over. I mean, I know how great he is, but I mean, there's not going to be 7-6 games, 3 times a week. It's going to be 3-2, 2-1.
Yeah, it starts
so it's going to tighten up a little bit.
All right. I don't want to know the percentages here. How about 200 points?
I said 0, I think.
You did 0%?
I said
not
0.
Getting it?
I leave that to Gretz. Gretz got that, and but there's only one Gretzky.
Okay, he's on pace for 213.
Yeah, but last week he was on pace for 226.
so 0%, not even a 0.5.
So if he gets 5 points against the Flyers on Wednesday, he's on pace for 240 something. So. Are you going to come back the next show and just adjust your
I'm adjusting it right till game 81.
Perfect. Bruce knows how this works.
Perfect.
We never saved it.
I said 3%.
3. All right. Bruce, there's the shot there.
Yep.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like Christmas. How about this one? People are talking about this, the way he's been working on his goal scoring this offseason. I mean, he's tearing up the league in all departments, points and goals and whatnot. How about 50 and 50? He's ahead of that pace as well.
Yeah,
Gretzky's mark.
I think I said 0 too, but I mean, I almost want to change that because I'd say there's a 10% chance because he's getting better. He's getting better every year. That's the scary part, and he hasn't reached his peak yet. So I think there's a chance.
In what aspect of his game have you seen that he is improving in?
Well, I mean, you hear all along that he's been practicing his one-timers, his shots, and those things. So I mean, if he's working on that and practicing it, there's a good chance that he's going to shoot more, and if he's going to shoot more, he's going to probably score more.
Yeah, and for goaltenders and defense, he can pass so good, but obviously now he can shoot really good, so you don't know what he's going to do, and he does things so fast, whether he's stick handling or shoot, his quick release, everything. It's kind of a 50-50 guess because he's making that pass to Draisaitl on the back door. It's in 100% of the time. So there's so many different ways this guy can hurt you, and it's fun to watch. It's scary for other teams when they're playing him, though.
Time for the stat of the night with live insights from the SAP NHL Coaching Insights app. And speaking of that power play, take a look at this. Edmonton clicking at 47%. That's the best in the NHL, and this guy plays a big part of it. 7 points on the power play. Brucey's shooting 37.5%. If you're coaching against the Oilers and trying to shut down the #1 PP unit, how do you try to do it?
You don't take any penalties.
Stay out of the
box. Stay out of the box. You play a very passive game because, I mean, that's killing you. And the great thing about it is when you can control the game like the Oilers can right now, I mean, they can play whatever style they want that's conducive to them because if the other team takes penalties, which they worry about, they're going to score it 50% of the time. It's a tough way to play. They've got everything going for them right now.
And it's tough not to take penalties when the guy's just blowing by you at 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You're going to give him a breakaway or try and haul him down or prevent him. So it's tricky. You're going to burn if you do, burn if you don't.
Is this Oilers team different this year? Do you think this is the year they finally take that big next step?
Yeah, Mike Smith, being hurt might hurt him a little bit in goaltender. So maybe that's why they're going to try and open it up and score a bunch of goals. But I think they're a little bit deeper throughout their defense. Duncan Keith being on the back end he's made some terrific passes, some good defensive plays thus far this year. So I kind of like what they've done this offseason.
And their third line is scoring. And they never had a third line that scores. Yeah. So, I mean, if they can get all three lines scoring, and I think Zach Hyman's made a heck of a difference up front for those guys, I think, they're a better team. And to me, Scott's 100% right. If their goaltending can do the job, then I think that they're going to make a giant leap this year.
All right,
thanks, Bruce.
Thanks
for the compliment. Appreciate
certainly
it.
Backing up that insight. Look at this. Tell me we're not a team here on NHL Tonight.